Good evening, students. Today we will discuss redox reaction. Term redox, R-E-D-O-X. Redox, this is itself consists of two parts. One is red plus ox. This term red stand for reduction and ox stand for oxidation. Redox word consists of two parts. One is red, another part is ox. Red ox. Red part stand for reduction and ox part stand for oxidation. So for understanding redox reaction, first of all we will understand what does mean by reduction and oxidation. Hello students, so now we are going to discuss differences between oxidation and reduction. First thing that you should know that oxidation and reduction are just opposite to each other. They are just opposite to each other. So now it will be very easy to understand the concept. Let us discuss this. The earliest definition regarding oxidation and reduction was given in terms of oxygen. It was said that a chemical reaction in which addition of oxygen take place is known as oxidation. Similarly, a chemical reaction in which removal of oxygen take place is known as reduction. So this was the earliest definition. So on this basis I am going to write its first differences in between oxidation and reduction. That is, in oxidation, addition of oxygen take place. Here removal of oxygen take place. Let us understand it by an example. Suppose magnesium burns in presence of oxygen to give magnesium oxide. So this is a chemical process of type oxidation. This chemical reaction is of oxidation type. Why? Because here in magnesium addition of oxygen take place to form magnesium oxide. That's why this is a oxidation. For reduction, you can take same example as magnesium oxide decomposes to form magnesium plus oxygen. Second definition was given in terms of hydrogen. It was said that oxidation means a chemical reaction in which removal of hydrogen take place. So second definition, second difference, here means removal of hydrogen take place. And I told you oxidation and reduction are just opposite, so it will be automatically mean that reduction will be addition of hydrogen. Because I told you they are opposite to each other. If here I am saying removal of hydrogen in oxidation, then it automatically understood reduction means addition of hydrogen. So this was the second difference. Definition of oxygen and reduction was given in terms of electronegative element. We know that oxygen is an electronegative element. So for oxygen, we will use only terminology electronegative element. So third definition, third difference is, third difference, addition of electronegative element take place. A chemical process in which addition of electronegative element take place is known as oxidation. So here third definition will be addition of electronegative element. Electronegative element. Definition: removal of electronegative element. So this is third definition was given in terms of electronegative element. Fourth definition for oxidation and reduction was given in terms of electropositive element. Electropositive element. So fourth one we can say here hydrogen is electropositive element. So for here we will write removal of electropositive element. A chemical process in which removal of electropositive element take place is known as oxidation. Similarly, here will be addition of electropositive element. So here given in terms of electropositive element and concept of oxidation and reduction. That is, in oxidation process, what happens? Loss of electron take place. What I am saying? In oxidation, what does take place? Loss of electron take place. So fifth differences given in between oxidation and reduction is loss of electrons take place. Here gain of electron take place. So in oxidation process or reaction, what happens? Loss of electron take place. And in reduction, what take place? Gain of electron take place. So we can say that a chemical process in which gain of electron take place is known as reduction. A chemical reaction in which loss of electron take place is known as oxidation. So I am going to repeat it once for all five differences that I have written here to making you more clear. I told you first difference was given in terms of oxygen. It says that oxidation is a chemical process in which addition of oxygen takes place, and reduction is a chemical process or chemical reaction in which removal of oxygen takes place. Here is an example, simple example. After that, next definition is given in terms of hydrogen. So for hydrogen, in terms of hydrogen, it says that oxidation is a chemical process in which removal of hydrogen takes place. And we know that oxidation and reduction are just opposite to each other. So in place of removal, just addition of hydrogen take place. then it will be the definition of reduction. It is very easy and correlated to each other, so you don't have to learn by heart. You can understand it properly, and once you got the concept, then I don't think you will face any problem in writing the differences between oxidation and reduction. So third one was given in terms of addition of electronegative element. Oxygen is an electronegative element. So oxygen is an electronegative element. So what we have to do, in place of oxygen, simply write electronegative element. So third definition will be addition of electronegative element. Just opposite of it will be the reduction. So in place of addition, just write down the removal. So definition will be of reduction. In terms of electronegative element, it will become removal of electronegative element take place. A chemical process in which removal of electronegative element take place is known as reduction. Definition was given in terms of electropositive elements. So in electropositive elements, we can say, in place of addition, add removal. Removal of electropositive element take place in oxidation. We know that hydrogen is an electropositive element. So what you have to do, in place of hydrogen, simply you have to write electropositive element, and all will be the same. So here now for reduction, you can write addition of electropositive element. Last and modern definition was given in terms of electrons. Oxidation is a chemical process in which loss of electron take place, and reduction is a chemical process in which gain of electron take place. We have understood the differences between oxidation and reduction. Sorry, I have told you that the term redox itself consists of two parts. One is red, which stands for reduction, and other one is ox, which stands for oxidation. So from here, it is very easy to note its definition, that it is a chemical reaction. Redox reaction is a chemical reaction in which oxidation and reduction occur simultaneously. So what is the definition of redox reaction? It is a chemical reaction in which oxidation and reduction both occurs simultaneously is known as redox chemical reaction. Chemical process in which oxidation and reduction both occur simultaneously. ऐसा chemical process जिसमें oxidation as well as reduction दोनों एक साथ आकर हों, उस टाइप के chemical reaction को क्या बोलते हैं? redox chemical reaction. Let us understand it with an example. Sodium react with chlorine to give NaCl. So here sodium reacts with chlorine to give NaCl. It is a chemical reaction. Sorry, how can you say, sir, that this given chemical reaction is a redox chemical reaction? So I am going to explain it to you. Sodium what does it do? It loses one electron to form Na plus. If here chlorine gain this electron to form Cl minus. So here in above reaction, A reaction, loss of electron take place. Loss of electron take place. It means that oxidation occurs. Here in this case, B case, gain of electron take place. It means that reduction occurs. Then there is a force of attraction in between cation and anion. Then it forms this NaCl crystal. So, thus, in this chemical process, both A and B steps are occurring. Loss of electron take place, that is oxidation is occurring. Gain of electron take place, it means that reduction is also occurring. So here this chemical process is of type redox reaction. This one. I hope you have understood this. If you have still any problem, you can ask me in the comment section.